Hey, boys and girls. It's been a long time since I've made a video, but I just wanted to pop into your morning meeting this morning and talk about a few things. First of all, you are so ready for this test. It is not something to stress over if you do these simple things. First of all, read those passages. You can read them more than one time. Really look for what is the author trying to tell you, what's their purpose. Think about all those things that we've done this year. Kind of ask yourself questions as you go. Stop and check. Go back and reread. Think about all those strategies that we've used this year. Don't forget to look at your diagrams and your illustrations, especially on those nonfiction passages. And your titles should also give you some clues about what you're getting ready to read about, so pay close attention to those titles. When you get to the questions, really think about, what is this question asking me? Is this a text structure question? Am I making inferences? Am I thinking about author's purpose? Is this a question that's somewhere right in the text and I can find the explicit answer right in the text? Or is this something that I have to kind of think about? They didn't really write it. I'm going to have to make an inference, draw a conclusion. I'm going to have to kind of think about what this text is telling me that the author doesn't explicitly say or directly say. When you look at your answers, remember sometimes the answers seem to have two parts, and you would want both of those answers to be correct. Be cautious of any answers with not or questions with not. Think about each question. Don't just pick the first answer, and don't just cross out the answers that you think are wrong because you think you found the right answer. Cross out the answers when you know for sure this is wrong and you can tell me why it's wrong. If you can't tell me why it's wrong, then don't cross it out yet. Make sure you're thinking about which answer is more likely right. Really go back and look for those answers in the paragraphs. And read through and be real mindful of what you're reading. On this test, you're going to have a few extra materials that we haven't used very often in class, but they will be available to you. The first one is scratch paper. So you can use your scratch paper as like a cover sheet. You can use your scratch paper to help you align your answers, so you can kind of move the scratch paper down the answer sheet so you can keep it kind of covered, so that you know you're answering the right question in the right place. If you need to do some visualizing, or if you need to take some notes about your different text structures, or if you want to take some notes if it's a really difficult nonfiction passage and you want to kind of take some notes about that passage, you can do that. The one thing you would not want to do is you don't want to write out any questions and answers. So there's no real purpose in rewriting the questions and answers. So I would not do that. Another tool that you'll have is highlighters. And we've used highlighters in class, but remember, we don't highlight full pages of text. We just want to highlight the one little answer, or we want to highlight what we think is most important. Use your highlighter to help you really zone in on those answers. Boys and girls, you can mark in your test booklets. So I would love to see you circling those answers in the booklet, as well as filling in the bubbles nice and dark on your answer sheet. And remember, no stray marks on your answer sheet. We can't put any lines or drawing, and we want to color in those circles really darkly with our pencils. All right, I think that's all I have for you, except my heart goes out to you, and I know you're going to be just fine. Take a deep breath. Pause after each passage if you need to, and just kind of relax your brain just for a second, and then get back to it. It's fine to stop after each passage, or if you get to a difficult question and you feel like you need to stop for a minute, you just stop for a second at your desk and take that little mental break that you need, and you're going to be just fine. All right, good luck. I'll see you after the test.